Right now, as you watch this, a robotic arm in a factory in Germany is making a decision. It isn't following a pre-programmed line of code written by a human 3 years ago. It's looking at a slightly bent piece of aluminum, realizing that the standard grip won't work, and recalculating its entire movement in milliseconds to compensate. This is the era of agentic AI, the moment where machines stopped just doing and started thinking. For decades, we've talked about Industry 4.0 as if it were some distant, shiny future. But 2026 has become the tipping point. We've moved past simple automation into something much more profound: autonomous operations. According to the latest industry data, over 93% of major manufacturers have pivoted to AI-first strategies. It's no longer about replacing a worker with a robot. It's about a system that can self-heal, self-correct, and even design its own upgrades. We are witnessing the death of the dumb assembly line and the birth of a software-defined world where the physical and digital are no longer separate. From parts that look like they were grown in a forest rather than forged in a fire, to supply chains that predict a global shortage before the news even breaks, the very fabric of how things are made is being rewoven. And to understand how this is happening, we have to look at how AI is fundamentally changing the way we even conceive of a physical object in the first place. Traditional engineering is limited by the human mind. When an engineer sits down to design a bracket for an airplane or a frame for a car, they are influenced by what they've seen before. They think in straight lines, right angles, and standard geometries. But nature doesn't work that way. Nature optimizes for strength and weight through billions of years of trial and error. In 2026, we've handed that trial and error process over to generative AI. Instead of an engineer drawing a part, they now give the AI a set of constraints. They tell the computer, "I need this part to hold 500 pounds, weigh less than 2 ounces, and fit inside this specific space." The AI then runs through thousands, sometimes millions of iterations. It grows the part virtually. The result often looks strange: organic, skeletal, almost alien. These parts look more like bone or tree roots than machine components. But they are mathematically perfect. They use 40% less material while being 30% stronger. Companies like Eaton are already using this to cut their product design lifecycle by nearly 90%. What used to take months of prototyping and testing now takes a weekend of computation. We're seeing a shift where made by human is being replaced by optimized by AI, and it's making our world lighter, faster, and more efficient. But having a perfect design is useless if the machine building it breaks down in the middle of a shift. And that's where the self-healing factory comes in. For the last few years, the gold standard in manufacturing was predictive maintenance. This used sensors to tell a manager, "Hey, this turbine is vibrating weirdly. It might break in a week." It was helpful, but it still required a human to stop what they were doing, diagnose the problem, and find a solution. In 2026, we've moved into the era of prescriptive maintenance. The AI doesn't just tell you something is wrong, it tells you exactly how to fix it, orders the replacement part automatically, and schedules the repair for the exact moment when production will be least affected. Imagine a massive cooling pump in a chemical plant. The AI detects a microscopic change in the acoustic signature of the bearings, something a human could never hear. Instead of just sending an alert, the AI analyzes the data and concludes that a specific bearing is 150 hours away from failure. It checks the factory's internal inventory, sees the part is out of stock, and sends a purchase order to the supplier. Then it creates a digital work order for a technician, complete with an augmented reality overlay showing exactly which bolts to turn. This augmented diagnostics is turning the idea of a factory shutdown into a relic of the past. It's creating a zero downtime world where machines are essentially immortal because their failures are solved before they ever happen. But how do thousands of these smart machines work together without turning into a chaotic mess? To solve that, the industry had to borrow a concept from the world of insects: The old way of running a factory was a top-down approach. A central computer gave orders to every machine. If the central computer got confused or if a single machine lagged behind, the whole system ground to a halt. Today, we use multi-agent systems, or MAS. Think of it like an ant colony. Each machine on the floor is its own agent with its own intelligence. These agents are constantly talking to each other. If the inventory agent sees that a shipment of steel is stuck in a storm at sea, it doesn't wait for a human manager to panic. It instantly broadcasts this to the production agent. The production agent then looks at all the jobs lined up for the day and finds one that uses aluminum instead of steel. It talks to the shipping agent to adjust the delivery trucks, and all of this happens in less than a second. This is the software-defined factory. The machines are no longer just tools, they are teammates. They negotiate with each other for resources. One robotic arm might bid for more electricity during a low-cost energy window, while another agrees to slow down to save on wear and tear. It's a level of orchestration that is physically impossible for a human brain to manage. It ensures that the factory is always running at the absolute peak of its potential. But even a perfectly coordinated factory is a failure if the products it makes are defective. Quality control used to be a game of statistics. You couldn't check every single bottle of soda or every single microchip, so you checked 1 out of every 1,000 and hoped for the best. If you found a mistake, you might have to throw away the whole batch. AI-powered computer vision has changed that math entirely. Modern factories now use high-resolution cameras paired with deep learning models that can inspect every single item on a high-speed production line in real time. Take Tesla, for example. Their visual inspection AI doesn't just look for scratches. It analyzes the thermal signature of a weld or the microscopic alignment of a battery cell. It achieves over 90% detection accuracy at speeds no human could ever match. But the real magic isn't just finding the defect, it's the feedback loop. When the AI sees a series of parts with a slightly misaligned screw, it doesn't just toss them in the bin. It traces that error back to a specific robotic arm on the line, realizes that the arm's calibration is off by 0.5 millimeters, and corrects it on the fly. We are approaching a zero-defect manufacturing world. A world where waste is almost non-existent because the system corrects its own mistakes before they become a trend. However, there is a bigger defect that manufacturing has struggled with for a century: its impact on our planet. And surprisingly, AI might be the only thing capable of making heavy industry actually green. Manufacturing is a massive consumer of energy and a massive producer of waste. In the past, being sustainable usually meant being less profitable. But in 2026, AI has flipped that script. Consider the chocolate factory case study. A large confectionery manufacturer was struggling with material waste. Depending on the humidity and temperature of the room, the chocolate would sometimes clog the machines, leading to tons of wasted product and hours of energy-intensive cleaning. They implemented an AI system that monitored over 2,000 different variables, everything from the moisture in the air to the exact fat content of the current batch of cocoa. The AI began making tiny, real-time adjustments to the machine speeds and temperatures. Not only did the clog stop, but the factory's energy consumption dropped by double digits. This is happening across every sector. AI models are now being used to balance production schedules with the price of renewable energy. If the wind is blowing hard and electricity is cheap, the AI ramps up the most energy-intensive processes. If the grid is strained, it scales back. We are seeing a move toward circular manufacturing, where AI tracks the life cycle of every material, ensuring that scrap from one process becomes the raw material for another. It's making the green factory not just a PR move, but the most profitable way to run a business. But all of this technology raises a glaring question. If the machines are designing the parts, fixing themselves, talking to each other, and checking their own quality, what happens to the people? There is a common fear that AI will make the manufacturing worker obsolete. But if we look at the actual data from 2026, the opposite is happening. We are facing a global labor shortage in manufacturing, with millions of jobs going unfilled. AI isn't replacing workers, it's acting as a bridge. We are entering the age of human-centric AI. Instead of a worker spending 8 hours a day doing a repetitive, back-breaking task, they are now AI supervisors. They use AI co-pilots to manage complex systems. Imagine a technician wearing an exoskeleton that is augmented by AI, allowing them to lift heavy parts with the precision of a surgeon. Or a veteran engineer who trains an AI model by simply performing a task once, while the AI captures their decades of intuition and turns it into a digital blueprint. And then there are the humanoids. Companies like Hyundai and Boston Dynamics are now deploying general-purpose robots that can walk, climb stairs, and navigate messy environments. These aren't the rigid robots of the past. They are powered by the same brain technology as ChatGPT. You can talk to them. You can say, "Hey, go clear the debris from Bay 4," and the robot understands the context and executes the task. The human worker is moving from being a cog in the machine to being the conductor of the orchestra. The skills required are shifting from physical labor to system oversight and problem solving. The transformation we've talked about today isn't just a series of small upgrades. It is a fundamental shift in the human story. For thousands of years, making things was limited by the strength of our arms and the speed of our hands. Then, the steam engine gave us power, and the computer gave us logic. But AI has given us something different: autonomy. The factory of 2026 is a living, breathing entity. It learns from its mistakes, it dreams up designs we never could have imagined, and it manages its own footprint on the Earth. The software-defined factory is no longer a goal. It is the new baseline. As we move toward 2030, the gap between the companies that embrace this intelligence and those that don't will become an unbridgeable chasm. The race isn't about who has the biggest machines anymore. It's about who has the smartest ones. The factory of the future is already here, and it's being written in code, one autonomous decision at a time. The only question left for us is, how fast can we keep up? Thanks for watching. If you want to see more about how the world is changing in 2026, make sure to check out our other videos on the future of technology. And don't forget to like and subscribe to stay ahead of the curve. We'll see you in the next one.